Schmidt, you know better. You freaking idiot. You freaking idiot. You do not pull into a rest area. Stay. There's no way that's gonna stay. Opie, here. They said I need to give you an ice cream cone too. But we're just gonna put this in your bowl, okay? Because I can't hold it the whole time I give you an ice cream cone because I'm in fear that my ice cream cone is gonna fall. I don't think I've ever given you ice cream cones before. But everyone says this is normal. It's called a pup cup. Well, technically they charged me for 2 ice cream cones because they don't have little cups. You seem to like it. I'm gonna put this in your bowl now, okay? You just keep holding it, Dad. I'm good. I wish I would have got that on camera. I put it in his bowl. He picked it up out of his dog food bowl and went up on the bed and said, "This is mine, and this is where I'm gonna eat it." I think you like ice cream cones. I picked a bad day not to clean my windshield when I start my day. I always clean that windshield up when I start the day, and today I was like, yeah, let's get our ice cream and get rolling. We started our day over there in Rockwell City, Iowa. We're currently in Waterloo, Iowa right now, letting the German run around. We ran into 2 subscribers running across Highway 20. Had a nice little chat with each one of them on the CB there. Of course, I don't ask names, but guys, it's great to meet you on the radio there. If you ever see me in a truck stop, go ahead and stop on by. One was pulling a flatbed and one was pulling a hopper bottom. Both kind of sounded like they had pretty good gigs going. Flatbed guy, happy birthday to your wife. And hopper, tell your brother and your wife hello for me. Try to record them every once in a while, but like I said, your windshield's filthy. Just flat out filthy, Kurt. Alright, we're en route for Greenfield, Indiana. We have ribs on board. And, well, really nothing more to tell. We're going to get there, make that delivery, and move south. We're kind of doing our normal thing, our normal Indiana loads whenever we come out here. There you go. That's a nice clean windshield. Got my new fans put in too. If you caught yesterday's video, well, a bunch of wires broke. So temporary, I swear, temporary. I have a wire ran from right here into under there. I had a positive and a negative in there for a future light project. No, not the pretty lights, but the really bright lights that face backwards. And I never wired them up, so we're stealing the power from there. Real quick, CB's flashing. If you guys ever see that, just remember it's the camera, not the CB. Okay, well, German, you ready to roll? Yep, okay. You're pretty quiet today, aren't you? Let's fix my horseshoe. That that my dad got me in Wyoming. There you go. This is what Mama got me a long time ago. Never drive faster than your guardian angel. Other than that Crossway over there, my sister got me, and I've had that since, gosh, 20 years? 15 years at least I've had that in every truck I've driven. Okay, kids, wife got me that. Kids made me all these bracelets. You know, all the fun stuff that you always put in your truck. You always cry. You always think you'll cry if the truck burns down. No, I cry because I lose all my little knickknacks. I forgot to tell you the weather today. It's really hazy out. Apparently that's still those fires up in Canada. Man, feeling bad for you guys. Those have got to be pretty nasty by now. Weather today is warm. We're looking at mid 90s, and humidity is not too far behind it. So you mix in the fires up north, up in Canada, with the haze, the humidity, and the warm temps. You really want to keep the AC going. Mississippi River. And welcome into Illinois. All in one. He's a very persistent puppy. Wow, did that temperature, wow, blah, 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 blah. Take two. Wow, did that temperature drop. We're down to 80 degrees. Doesn't feel like a whole lot of humidity right now. We're at a rest area just off of Interstate 74 here in Illinois. This is Opie's favorite rest area by far. I don't know if it's because all the trees or the long grass, or the chance of finding that once-in-a-lifetime perfect squirrel to chase. But it's something about this rest area. So we're going to spend a little bit of time here, and then we'll get back on the road. We got to check lights too. We'll be driving into the dark, so the next time we stop, we need to make sure all of our lights are working. Keep walking. Come on. Come on. I've been really slacking on comments here lately. I'm still reading them, but they're like a buzz through reading. I hope to get back onto them. Just been kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say busy, because I'm never too busy to read your guys' comments, but just been kind of on the go. Let's just put it that way. But I did see a couple comments in there. You guys were asking if Sarah or the kids were going to be riding with me this summer. Unfortunately, no, they're not. I'd love to. I really would. I love it when they're riding with me and it's summer, they're out of school. But well, I have 2 high schoolers now, and well, it's illegal apparently for them to call it volleyball practice or football practice during the summer, but they have this thing called open gym or open weight room that they strongly encourage you to go to. In other words, either you go to them or you don't play. That started a week after school got out. So basically football practice and volleyball practice started a week after school got out. And then Paige, she picked up a second job. Tried beating it into her. You're gonna have so much opportunities to work when you get older. Enjoy high school, man. But she's a lifeguard now too. Still handing out pills at the pharmacy, but she's a lifeguard now too. Troy's keeping busy mowing yards. And then Sarah's, for some silly reason, decided, all 3 of them decided they were going to work the concession stand for baseball season. And we all know how baseball and softball season go. That's an every day during the week or every other day that they're working that. So most likely you're just going to be stuck with this ugly mug, or that, where you at? That beautiful mug right there. That'll be okay, right, Ope? Right? Dad, I'm busy. Yeah, I know you're busy. But that answers that question. No, probably not going to see those Rugrats with me, or see the wife with me running around. I just passed a truck that if you're a tech nerd, you will absolutely love it. Me, on the other hand, I was like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that. I forget the company name. It starts with an N. They're those red trucks that have the skirts that run all the way down the side of their trailer, covering up the trailer tires even. They got the wings on the back of the trailer. On the trucks are those aerodynamic Freightliners. I can never remember their name. I think it's Cascadia, or I don't know. And I'm coming up to pass him, and I recognize right up here where the top of my mirror is, there is just a triangle piece of plastic sticking off the top of his mirror. there is no mirror. Just a triangle piece of plastic sticking off about right up there where my A pillar is, or where my A bars are. And I'm thinking, man, that has to stink driving a truck with no driver's side mirror. He must have busted that off. I get up closer to him. I decide to just look over there. I look over and see that beam right here. Okay, there's about yay wide going up and down from the dash all the way to the ceiling. There's two screens. There's a top one that is bigger than a smaller one on the bottom. Those are his mirrors. That thing that's out there is a camera. So there are no more mirrors on that truck. So he's got two screens there, two screens over there. Well, a lot of people worry about, hey Schmidt, you're messing with your camera on the road, or they worry about people messing around with their phones going down the road, or getting screen time going down the road. Do you realize how much of a nightmare that thing would be to drive at night? Let's count the screens up. So there's two on each one of those pillars. So right there you're at 4. I'm assuming he probably has a GPS. There's 5. The stereo in that truck is probably a big screen. There's 6. There's usually a little screen right down here that tells you what your truck's doing on newer trucks. There's 7. His phone, there's 8. Sometimes, I've seen it before, trucks will have, some drivers will run 2 GPS units. Mine's busted. I stuck a note to it that says you're lost. It's been busted for a couple of years, so I ain't gonna worry about it. So where were we? 8 screens? Let's say 8 screens. So imagine driving this truck right here going down the road and you have 8 screens staring at you at night. That would be a nightmare. Oh, Schmidt, you know better. You freaking idiot. You freaking idiot. You do not pull into a rest area in Indiana. Look at that. Now I gotta go knock on his door, wake him up. He ain't gonna be happy. Boy, do I have an attitude problem tonight. Bigger than life. We are Crawfordsville, Indiana right now. We normally stop here and we normally get fuel in the refrigerator in the trailer back there. That's a negative. Plus a call to the manager is going to be into later on tomorrow. I always repeatedly tell myself, no I don't. I have made that mistake before pulling into that rest area, and I don't know why I do it. I did it. That's the second time I've pulled into that rest area at night. I think we were probably YouTubing when I did it last. I can't remember. It's been a couple years ago. You can pull into that rest area and be just fine during the daylight. Not tonight. Oh yeah, truck staying in that island. I'm gonna let Opie run around, then I'm going to probably make me a sandwich or two. We'll plug it up for a little bit. And I pulled in there. What happened was I was driving and I thought I seen mile marker 220 in Illinois. And I'm thinking, that can't be right. That can't be right. So I was in one of my driving moods. And I looked down and I'm like, holy smokes. That is exit 220. I've had poor Opie in the truck for 200 miles. I look back at him and he's looking at me like, Dad, I need to get out. I need to get out now. Crap. So I grabbed, I seen that rest area because it's right when you get into Indiana. I grabbed it real quick and I pulled in there and realized my mistake. And then I about made my mistake worse. Went up to that flatbed driver. He didn't speak English. And now, before anybody jumps to any conclusions or anything, I really could care less what language you speak out here. So that's not a slander whatsoever. But the gentleman did not speak English, and either he thought I was one of the ugliest lot lizards he'd ever met, or he thought I was panhandling, because he opened his curtain, cracked open his door, and I said, hey man, you're about 5 feet back too far. The lane's plugged up. Is there any way I could get you just to pull ahead about 5 feet? Threw his hands up, slammed his door, and shut his curtain. I had to remind myself, Kurt, you're an adult now. Kurt, you're an adult now. Do the right thing. It's about ripped his door open and pulled him out of the truck, which would have been really stupid. So that rest area is just a nightmare. Don't go there. It's right when you get into Indiana on 74 when you're heading eastbound. Just don't go to it. It's a nightmare. Now you're probably wondering what's going on at this. What is this place called anyway? McClure? Yeah, it's McClure. There it is right there. I walk in there, and you always got to give him a fuel card, right? You always got to hand him a fuel card. Hand him a fuel card. He looks at it. He goes, I need your ID too. And it's a little punk sitting behind the counter. Him and his little buddy standing around all around. He goes, I need your ID too. And I go, well, that's new. Oh, give me your ID. No, I'm going to pass on that, man. I don't know you little shits from anything. He goes, well, sorry about your luck. You're not getting fuel here. So, write down the time of the day. We'll give the manager a little call tomorrow and see what he has to say about the little punk having all of his friends there. Sure leave you a lot of room pulling into here, don't they? Wow. I'm struggling today. Trying to keep my sanity. The amount of stupid out here tonight. On my part too. Plus, Love's 42 cents a gallon cheaper than it was back there in Crawfordsville. That's weird. Dropped off our full trailer. We picked up an empty trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, throw a like down there. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time. I'm playing hide and seek. Maybe he won't see me. Oh, he's running at this point. His version of running nowadays. I think he sees me.